My dear friends and my dear students, today our topic is measurement of elasticity of supply. In earlier video, I have explained supply, the law of supply, elasticity of supply and its category. But today's in this video, I am going to explain the measurement of elasticity of supply. There are two methods we are using to measure the elasticity of supply. First is percentage or proportional method. The second one is point or geometrical method. So first we will take the percentage or proportional method. So as we know, generally the elasticity of supply is the degree of responsiveness due to the changes in price of a commodity and its quantity. Supply is known as elasticity of supply. The simple formula for elasticity of supply is equal to percentage changes in quantity supply of commodity upon percentage change in price of a commodity. Percentage change in quantity supply of commodity means delta Q butted Q, and this one is delta P upon P. So we have to divide percentage change of quantity supply of commodity upon percentage change in price of a commodity to find out the elasticity of supply. We have taken the percentage or proportional method. When we illustrate the formula of percentage or proportional method, we find out elasticity of supply is equal to delta Q upon delta P into P upon Q, and this is P0 and this is Q0. We must know it that this is P0 and this is Q0. This percentage or proportional method is propounded by Professor Flux. So he propounded it and given the formula. And here I have a question. There is a question given in a schedule. The prices are given 4 and 5. As we know the law of supply and we know the supply well, so we can easily understand the prices are 4 and the quantity supply must be lesser. It is 20, and when the price increases, it must be the supply is more than the before. And P4 is P0 and 5 is P1. So the initial price is must known as P0 and the changes in price be known as P1, and the initial quantities be known as Q0, and the changes in quantity shows by Q1. The new quantity or the new prices be known as P1 and Q1. So here a question for you, and the formula is E is equal to delta Q upon delta P into P0 by Q0. The formula is here, and we are using to find out this question. What we have get the question in a schedule, the prices are 4 and 5 and the quantity is 20 and 25. So elasticity we have to find out, and P0 I know and we know that it is 4 and the P1 is 5, Q0 is 20 and Q1 is 25. So now we want to find out the delta Q. What quantity we will write here? So we have to find out first. Delta Q is Q1 minus Q0. That means which is greater, it subtract the another quantity. So q1 is greater, it is 25, and it subtract the q0 quantity, it is 20, and it gives the 5. And if we have to find out delta p. Delta p is the p1 is greater than p0, and we should write it as p1 minus p0, and 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Now we put the value of all of these in a formula. Delta q, we find out it is 5, we have written 5, and the delta p1 we find out it is 1, and we write here 1, and multiply by p0. P0 is 4 and q0 is 20. When we divide 5 to 20, it gives 4, and it is 4 into 1 4, and 1 into 4 4, and 4 is divided by 4, it gives the 1. The elasticity is 1. It is a unitary elasticity of supply. The formula is here given. It is elasticity of supply. Elasticity supply, again we are explaining the formula. Percentage change in quantity supply of a commodity upon percentage change in price of a commodity. Elasticity is equal to delta q upon delta p into p0 but a q0. Now if there is a question such as, let's see here, if a price of a commodity is 10 rupees per unit and then it decreases to 9 rupees per unit, these change of 1 rupee decreases supply up to 20%. Find the elasticity of supply. So now we have to use this formula written here. You should not use the formula delta E is equal to delta Q upon delta P into P0 per Q0. You have to simply use this formula here. Put the value, percentage change in quantity supply commodity, it is 20%. You should write it here 20%. But I have not written here, but you have to find the percentage change in price of a commodity. So what percentage change are here in prices? First it is 10 rupees and it becomes 9 rupees. The changes is 1 rupee. The changes is 1 rupee. And how will we find out the percentage change? 1 upon 10. You should write below the initial rupees 10. So we will find it out easily, the percentage change 1 upon 10 into 100. You will get the changes, percentage change in the prices also. So 1 upon 10 into 100 is gives 10%. So now we put the value 20% upon 10% gives the 2 elasticity of supply. The supply is greater. Now the next question for you is, there are prices and the prices is not given of P0 value and the P1 is 5 and the quantity supply, initial supply Q0 is 20 and the Q1 is 25. How will we find the given price of here? Let's suppose it is B. We have to find out the, but our elasticity is 1. We must know the law of supply. As we know, if the lesser quantity, the price is less, and if there is a greater quantity, the price is more. So we will subtract the unknown quantity from 5. So it gives the value 5 minus P0. We have to find out the 0 value and it gives the 5 minus P0. When we put the value in a question, it gives 5 upon 5 minus P0 into P0 upon 20. And we know the elasticity 1 is equal to, we will divide 20 by 5, it gives the 4. And here when we multiply 1 by 1 into p0 it gives p0, and when we multiply 4 into 5 it gives 20, and 4 by p0 it gives supply. Now we will also take the second method of finding out the elasticity of supply. It is point or geometrical method. How we will find out the value of elasticity of supply? It is by point or geometrical method. It is easier than the proportional method, and we know the elasticity by a very simple method. How we define it? Point method. It is also known as geometrical method. In this method we find the elasticity of demand by drawing a tangent on a curve, and here from tangent we will take two values. From where the tangent is on a curve, we will take the two values, the lower one and the upper one. We will take the two quantity, the lower part and the upper part, and we find the elasticity of supply, and it is as by the formula lower part from the point R in line divided by upper part from R in line. It is shown here in a diagram. The formula and the point or geometrical method is clearly defined by this method. Here the y-axis, and here it is x-axis, and here it is a supply curve, and the tangent is touching this supply curve. Here we make the point R, and there are two values, the upper part of the from the R line and the lower part from the R point, and this makes the formula, that is upper part from divided by the lower part, and we get the different categories and different values of elasticity of supply from that point. If the greater upper part is greater, then it gives the value more than supplies more elasticity, and when the lower part is more than the upper part, it gives the elasticity lesser than the unitary supply. So this is yours different methods of measurement of supply. Thank you.